Your bank balance isn't your problem. The system behind it is. You wake up, work hard, earn more, yet the gap never closes. That's not random. It's designed. In the next few minutes, you'll move through every wealth level, from negative net worth to $5 million, and see the exact rules that keep most people stuck. 20% interest quietly drains your future. $5 million can generate $200,000 a year without work. Same game, different rules. Most people never see the shift. Now you will. Alarm buzzes at 5:12 a.m. Screen glow hits your face. Bank app open. Balance $842.17. Credit card minus $6,380. Pulse kicks. Coffee sits cold. Salary looks solid on paper. Life looks fine on Instagram. But your numbers tell a different story. Here is the part that stings. Over 60% of adults live paycheck to paycheck, even high earners. You are not alone, but you're also not safe. You think the fix is simple. Work more, earn more, push harder. Here's what most people don't realize. That rulebook is broken. There is an invisible enemy. It does not shout. It drains. Quiet. Slow. Interest rates. Lifestyle upgrades. Tax leaks. Time traded for money. You feel busy. You feel productive. But the math says you are stuck. This is where it gets really interesting. In this video, you move through levels, from negative net worth to $5 million. Each level has new rules, new traps, new math. Most people in their 30s and 40s miss the shift. They use old tactics in new stages. That is why they stay stuck for decades. Stay with me, because by the end, you will see exactly where you stand and the exact system to move forward. Level 0 is where the game is rigged the hardest, and most people never escape it. You are at level 0. Net worth, negative. Phone buzzes at 9:03 p.m. Payment due. Car loan, $55,000. Interest, 8%. Credit card, 20%. Each swipe from last year still follows you. You wake up tired, not from work, from debt. This is the fragility zone. One hospital bill, one engine failure. Everything cracks. Now, you might be thinking, I just need a raise. But raises here come with upgrades. New car, better phone, higher rent, same cage, just painted gold. Here's the math. $5,000 on a card at 20% equals $1,000 gone every year. No stock market beats that consistently. You are not investing yet. You are bleeding. This is the interest anchor. It keeps you underwater. Picture a bucket. You pour water in, but the bottom is gone. That is your money right now. So the mission is simple, brutal, clear. Stop the leak. Kill high interest debt first. Every dollar above 6% interest is your enemy. You build a small shield, $1,000, then $5,000, then $10,000. Emergency fund. You are not getting rich here. You are surviving long enough to play the next level. Most people try to skip this. That is why they stay here for 20 years. You hit $10,000, net worth turns positive. It feels small, but it is not. This is the grind phase. Your alarm rings at 6 a.m. You check your account. Plus $10,240. You saved that. Not the market. You. Here's the truth. At this level, investing is weak. Effort is everything. 10% return on $10,000 equals $1,000. That does not change your life. Your savings rate does. You skip the $15 drinks. You delay the $900 phone. You track every dollar like it matters, because it does. This is where it gets really interesting. The first $100,000 is the hardest. It takes about 3 years of focus. The next $100,000? Faster. Momentum builds? Think of a boulder. First push feels impossible, back tight, hands shaking. But once it moves, it moves. Now you might be thinking, this is too slow. That thought is the trap. Most people quit at $30,000 or $50,000. They celebrate early, spend big, reset progress. Here's the rule. Consistency beats intensity. You automate savings, 20%, 30% if possible. You increase income, side skill, promotion, switch jobs. You are building the base. The invisible enemy wants you bored, distracted, spending. Stay focused. Because level 2 is where money starts moving. Without you. You cross $100,000. You check your account at 2:14 p.m. Market up 2%. Your balance jumps by $2,000. You did not work for that. That moment changes you. You are no longer just a worker. You are a capital allocator. But this level has a trap. It looks like success. New apartment, higher rent, car upgrade, $55,000. Again, you feel rich, but your system is still weak. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth is not what you earn. It is what you keep and grow. If your expenses rise with your income, you are stuck in place. Let's run the math. You earn $120,000. Save 10% equals $12,000 per year. You earn $120,000. Save 30% equals $36,000 per year. Same salary. 3 times outcome. This is where taxes enter the game. Quiet, hidden. If you invest in the wrong account, you lose 20% of gains. Every year, over 30 years, that leak can cost you hundreds of thousands. Now, you might be thinking, I'll fix taxes later. Later is too late. You build structure now. Retirement accounts, tax-efficient investing. You stop chasing status. You start building systems. Because level 3 is not about looking rich. It is about becoming unstoppable. You hit $500,000. Your breathing slows. No more panic when bills hit. But something shifts. Urgency fades. This is the comfort trap. You spend 3 hours to save $40. You argue over small costs. But your time is now worth more. Here is the math. If your portfolio grows at 8%, $500,000 makes $40,000 per year. That is your new engine, but only if you protect it. Liquidity matters now. $500,000 in a house is not the same as $500,000 in investments. One gives options. The other traps you. You cannot sell a wall to pay a bill. This is where it gets really interesting. Many people realize renting plus investing, the difference builds more wealth than owning early. Not always, but often. The invisible enemy pushes ownership for status, but the math demands flexibility. You shift focus, less time on saving pennies, more time on earning dollars. You upgrade skills, negotiate salary, increase income by $10,000, not save $200. Your job is now your engine. Your investments are the multiplier. Most people stall here. They get comfortable, and comfort is expensive. You are in your 40s, net worth near $1 million. Then life tightens. Phone rings at 7:48 p.m. Your parent needs care. Your child needs support. Money flows out both sides. This is the squeeze phase. You want to help everyone, but your resources are finite. Here is the rule most people ignore. There are loans for college. There are no loans for retirement. If you drain your future now, you become the burden later. Let's do the math. Pull $50,000 from retirement today. That could be $200,000 in 20 years. Gone. This is not just money. It is time. Compounding. Lost forever. Now, you might be thinking, family comes first. Yes, but not at the cost of collapse. You need structure. 80% focus on your future. 20% support for others. Set boundaries. Adult children contribute. Parents get planned support. Not emotional spending. Systematic support. This feels hard. But without rules, everything leaks. The invisible enemy thrives on guilt. You must think long-term, because you are close now. And the next level changes everything. You hit $1 million. You stare at the screen. $1,02,340. You expect fireworks. You feel quiet. This is normal. $1 million today is security, not luxury. You are safe, not free. But danger still exists. You now have something to lose. One lawsuit, one accident, one mistake. Everything can vanish. This is where defense begins. Umbrella insurance. $2 million coverage. About $300 to $400 per year. Cheap protection for decades of work. You shift mindset. From growth to preservation. You stop chasing hype stocks. You focus on allocation. A 1% mistake now costs $10,000 per year. Over 20 years, that is $200,000. Now you might be thinking, it's just 1%. That 1% compounds, just like growth. But in reverse. This is where it gets really interesting. Small decisions now have massive impact later. You refine your system. Tax efficiency, risk control, asset balance. You are no longer playing offense alone. You are protecting the base. Because level 5 is not about reaching wealth. It is about keeping it. You reach $5 million. You sit still. Morning light hits the wall. No alarm. No rush. Portfolio, $5 million. At 4% withdrawal, that is $200,000 per year. Without working. This is time freedom. But new risks appear. Market drops 20%. Now you have $4 million. Withdraw too much. And you break the system. This is sequence risk. So you build buffers. 1 to 2 years of cash. You ride out storms without selling assets. But here is the hidden trap. Comparison. You see someone with $10 million. You feel behind. Even here, the game never ends unless you end it. You define enough. Is it freedom? Travel? Time with family? Without a target, you keep chasing. You trade your best years for another number. Most people at this level regret one thing. Not stopping sooner. Money gave them options. But they forgot to use them. At this level, systems matter more than effort. You use advanced tools, tax strategies, retirement structures, charitable systems, not shortcuts, structures. You reduce tax drag. You increase efficiency. Every 1% saved here equals $50,000 per year. That is a salary. But here is the real gap. Human capital. Your skills, your income engine. Many people stop growing too early. They stay in jobs with no upside. Over 20 years, that costs millions. Now you might be thinking, I'm too late. You are not. Income growth still matters. Negotiation, reskilling, strategic moves. Your job funds your system. Your system builds your wealth. Without both, progress stalls. The invisible enemy wants you comfortable. Because comfort kills growth. Stay sharp. Stay aware. Because the final level is not about money. It is about control. You are back where you started. 5:12 a.m. Phone glow. But now something is different. You see the levels, you see the traps, you see the system. You're not confused anymore. You have a path. Start simple. Kill debt above 6%. Capture employer match. Automate investing. Build your system step by step. Stop chasing status. Start building structure. The invisible enemy feeds on distraction. You fight back with clarity. Here is the truth. Wealth is not luck. It is math plus behavior plus time. You already have time. Now you need the system. If this hit you, don't ignore it. Like this video so more people break out of the survival loop. Subscribe if you are serious about building real wealth, not just looking rich. And comment below, what level are you at right now? And what is your biggest leak? Say it out loud. That is where change starts. The boulder is in front of you. Push. Disclaimer. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice. Your situation is unique. Always do your own research and consult a qualified professional before making financial decisions.